Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. I finally got around to the Nene Leaks interview with Tamar Braxton. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Now, because I'm late with this, I saw what Nene has said in her stories about her interview with Tamar. She said that they had a great interview. They talked about a lot of things, a lot of people. She said that champagne was ordered, but then she also said that after the interview, Tamar called her back and asked her to take some things out. So I would love to know what that is. She said because one thing she doesn't want to do is lose the integrity of her show. She doesn't like to edit it like that, right? But she said for the sake of keeping relationships and things like that, she said she went ahead and edited those things out that Tamar asked her to edit out. Now, I would love to know what that was and who it was about. Child, so Nene and Tamar are neighbors. Like Tamar, Nene, and Nene let us know that next to her is producer Metro Booming. You know, the Metro that Drake was talking about when he said, go make some beats, make some drums or something like that in the rap beef last year. And also his girlfriend is a makeup artist. Nene says that she's done her makeup. Come to find out, Summer Walker live over there too. Tamar said that's why Summer be over there, because she over there making beats with Metro. Girl. Tamar is talking about her family doing reality TV. She said it was shopped to 5 networks, I think, and it came down to 3, and people really took it serious. And you know, like, they had a chance to go with Bravo, but everybody wasn't on board. And she did say to Carlos King and to Nene that she and Vince got this show together and funded it, right? That we know for sure. But if you watch the Toni Braxton documentary, when she talking about people not on board, she talking about Toni. Because all of the sisters, including the mama, was on board. Toni was the one that was going to take this show over the cliff, right? And at the end of Toni's documentary, the people that were playing the Braxtons, the mother had come in and told Toni that this is just one more thing, that Tamar had an idea. And she was like, I don't want to do this. I have been doing things and bringing my sisters on board since I started my career. I don't want to do it. And then the lady who played Miss Evelyn, she was like, you have to do this for your sisters. This is just something that they need. And Toni ended up doing the show. And I feel like if Toni had stood on 10 and said no, we probably never would have just really had the Braxtons. We would have known Toni, we would have known the backup people, but I don't think we would have known them like we do today. Tamar said that everybody was paid, including her dad, but everybody wasn't paid the same. She did say that she and Vince were doing this, right? They were on some platform and they were doing some sort of reality situation, right? But it wasn't picking up. You understand what I'm saying? Until Toni signed on. So she said she wasn't really doing it for the money. She said she was doing it pretty much for the culture, for the community of Black people. And we enjoyed it. We really needed it because when the Braxtons first came out, it was a fantastic show. Honey, so the moment that everybody is talking about, the big bad Cadillac moment, now Nene and Tamar are talking about The Real. You know, Tamar and Vince were producers on The Real. Nene let us know that she was reached out to be one of the first people on The Real. Lonnie Love's position, right? And Tamar said, I wish I had known that. And then Nene said, you know, y'all all had gone out to Mr. Child so y'all could try to get to know each other, see if you can, you know, work together. She was like, I would have cast you instead of Big Bad Cadillac. She said we probably could have been in our 10th season at this point. How did Tamar not know that they had reached out to Nene, right? Nene was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's why she said that she couldn't do it. How do you think The Real would have been if Nene was on The Real? Because that was a good show. And then they put Tamar and Vince off the show and went on to do more seasons and win awards for the show. How do you think that would have gone if Nene was on The Real in Lonnie Love's place? Now, I know there's a lot of backlash out there now about Tamar saying that, but let me know what you think about that. Child, this is what some of the people says. Now, if Lonnie Love says something because Lonnie is a comedian and drags Tamar to the depths of HE double hockey sticks, Tamar better not come on Beyonce's internet crying, acting like a victim and claiming she wants to be left alone and she doesn't bother anybody. Somebody else said, now why would Tamar call Lonnie Love a big bad Cadillac on Nene's internet show? Somebody else said, you can tell Tamar has nothing going on to still be dragging Lonnie Love over the real. Last one. Tamar is a 48-year-old woman carrying on like this, but everyone else is the issue. She is truly and utterly miserable and such a nasty-spirited woman. Have y'all seen those comments? Let me know what you think about that. So then Tamar, still talking about Lonnie Love, Big Bad Cadillac, is like Jenny was the one who brought her onto the real. And then Nene mistakenly, I hope mistakenly, said Big Bad Cadillac. Then she said, I mean Lonnie Love. And she was talking about when she worked with Lonnie Love. And then Tamar asked if she have on kitten heels. Nene was stumped. She was trying to see if she had on kitten heels. And then she was like, did she want to go on last? Nene was like, she went on last. She said, but I wasn't in charge of that. Like, Greg was handling all that. And she was talking about how she was hosting, so she was going in between the people. Why is Tamar doing that? Child, she went on to say that Lonnie Love had taken a lot of meetings about her. She wanted her off the show. She said Lonnie didn't understand, like, why she had so much time off. And if you think about it, you remember Tamar was on Dancing with the Stars when she was on the Real. She had got really sick when she was on the Real, and she did have a lot of time off. And she said that she and the girls, other than Lonnie, are close, but she hasn't talked to Jenny, and she really wants to, right? And it has something to do with contracts. Her and Vince didn't really know what all was going on, but they wouldn't change the money. They wouldn't change the contract. And she said that Nene asked her, how was it when she left? She said, I don't know. She said, because she left in the summer. They called her in the summer and they weren't even in production. And I remember that on one of the Braxton's episodes when she got let go from the Real. And another thing about Tamar on the Real, I didn't think Tamar was a team player. I know every time they had like a little segment when they were like eating something, like she would never eat. She did the games and they were trying to, Tamar, just taste this. Girl, I gotta watch my weight. I gotta do this, that, and the third. Sometimes Tamar wasn't such a team player. Child, Tamar said she will never repair her relationship with Lonnie Love. She said, for what? She said Lonnie wrote about her in her book and didn't tell her, and would go on the Breakfast Club and have a different conversation with them than she had with her. So she also said Lonnie didn't have her back. I don't know what to say about this. So then Nene asked her, like, how you fall out with everybody? She was like, that's what my sister said. She said, well, what's up with you and Tiny? She said her and Tiny are good. They're both godmothers to each other's children. Then she was like, what's up with you and Candy? She was like, look, Candy, I know you're watching. Did you notice that Tamar's earrings are different? One is silver and one is gold. I'm sorry, but back to what I was talking about. She was like, I know you're watching. No one is jealous of you, but you have got to be a better person. She said that Candy is a manipulative, and because of her character from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it sways the public opinion of people to make people think that people are coming for her. And I'm guessing she means Tamar is coming from her. But she called Candy a liar. She said, we cheer for you. We love Black love. But you got to be a better person. What do y'all think about that? So then Nene said she would love to sit down with Candy. Tamar said she not going to sit down with her until she tells the people the truth. She said she apologized to Candy 15 times in their conversation. She said because she didn't do anything to Candy. Ooh, child. At the end, Tamar lets us know she's dating. She lets us know she's on prep. Nene was like, I don't know why you told people that. That is something you should have kept to yourself. Tamar says she doesn't know if it'll be somebody's lucky night. So you should need to get prepared. And it's something that is not talked about enough. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this conversation. I think Nene does great when she knows the person. This was really good. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.